There once was a young boy whose dreams always came true. He would dream about his parents holding him, and he would awake in their arms. He would dream about his dog licking his face until he giggled. The next morning, his dog cleaned his face, making him laugh harder than he had ever laughed before. He would dream about snuggling next to his grandmother. When he awoke, he would climb from his bed and sneak into her room. Everything he dreamt, it would happen. And as he walked through his village, he would share his dreams. He would tell his neighbors about the fun they would have at a local fair. He would tell them about the hours they would spend singing with full heart and soul on Shabbat. He would tell them about the special meal they would prepare in honor of a cousin's birthday. Everything he told them would come true because he would dream it all. And he soon became famous in his village. Well, and actually the villages all around his village. His family and his friends and even his rabbi would say to him, "Dream me a good dream tonight." And he would always respond, "Of course." No one loved hearing about his dreams more than his grandmother. Every morning she would ask him, "So what did you dream last night?" Then she would sit and listen attentively to his every word. One day his grandmother fell ill. Each day that followed, her condition worsened. He prayed and he prayed, but she did not improve. He decided he needed to take desperate action. He decided that he needed to dream about his grandmother dancing about the room, free of illness. He told everyone of his plan. He fell asleep with these words on his lips: "El na rafan Allah, heal her, O God, heal her. Let her dance in joy." Next morning, he awoke and rushed to his grandmother's bedside, just as she said her final words. "What did you dream last night?" What had he dreamt? Of her death. Soon the whole town was abuzz. The boys whose dreams came true could also kill you with his dreams. They decided that he wasn't blessed, but that he was cursed. Said the villagers to one another, "Don't let him dream about you. He might make a mistake and see you dying instead of living. You don't want him to make you dance in the heavens, do you?" He could not take the stares, the gossip, or the disgust that others felt towards him. He understood their feelings because he felt the same. He knew that he could never forgive himself for his grandmother's death. He knew he was at fault. The moment he was able, he left the village, the only home he had ever known. He wandered the countryside, living in the woods and avoiding human contact. He kept himself awake for as many hours as he could, and when he did fall asleep, if he began to dream, he would wake himself up. For weeks, then months, then years, he lived this way, avoiding people, avoiding sleep, and avoiding dreams. He fell ill. He lay in the forest alone. He felt life slipping away from him, and he felt blessed. Soon he would no longer be part of this world. Soon he would no longer be cursed. And as he slipped into darkness, he thanked God for ending his existence. In this darkness, he dreamt. He dreamt of a big house, a young woman, love, community, a place he could call home. What a beautiful dream, he thought. He awoke in a room and in a house that he did not recognize. Standing over him was a young woman. Did he dream about this? Did he make this happen? He soon learned that the girl had found him in the woods. Her family had brought him here. And after a few days, he recovered. And after a few months, he fell in love. And after a year, he married. God had blessed him, and one of the blessings, he no longer dreamed. Even with this miracle, he didn't share a secret that if he dreamed, his dreams would come true. Another year passed. His wife was expecting their first child. He was happy. Then one night he dreamed. He dreamt about his unborn child. It filled his heart with such joy, and a smile crept across his sleeping face. The next morning he awoke and knew that he had to depart, had to leave all that he loved for a second time in his life. He had to protect his family, and the only way to do so was by leaving them. He had to leave before he had a bad dream, one that would hurt those he loved. And the moment to do so was now. "Where are you going?" his wife asked. "Have you heard about the boy whose dreams come true? I am him. I am cursed. My dreams come true and I cannot control them. I will only bring tragedy to your life if I remain here." She listened to his words, and then she said, "Like you, I have dreams. Many years ago, I dreamt that a young man would enter my life. He would be able to see into the future because of his insight and wisdom. Together, we would build a home and a family. I dreamt about you. I saw that obstacles would be placed in our way, but obstacles that we would overcome together. Most things in life will happen whether you dream them or not. Don't let the fear of the low moments take control of who you are. His son was born. Then a daughter came. Many years later, a grandson. He lived a long, long life, and he would dream. And because of his dreams, he would nudge people towards future mates, better job opportunities, joyous times, and on occasion, when a sad dream occurred, he reflected on the power of that which cannot be controlled. And at a very old age, he departed this earth. And his last words to his grandson, "Dream me a good dream tonight." What do we learn from this dreamer? To live life sharing as many joys as you can. To realize that you can't stop every sad moment, to celebrate the high moments of life and to reflect on the low ones, to embrace our gifts, our special talents, and to never stop dreaming. Do you know what dreams were in our Torah? Dreams are a primary way that God communicated with prophets. God would speak to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and so many others in their dreams. And often these dreams spoke of a great future, but not always. Sometimes they predicted some pretty awful things. But whatever the message, they kept coming. And our prophets kept sharing them with us. Our ancestor Jacob, I hope you remember him. He was the son of Isaac and Rebekah, the grandson of Abraham and Sarah, one of the three men mentioned during the Amidah prayer. You know the Amidah. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov. Yaakov, Jacob. If you don't remember that, come to my Torah class, 11:30 on Mondays. Now Jacob ran from his home in Canaan because his brother Esau wanted to kill him. He had stolen Esau's inheritance and his blessing, so Esau was very angry. And Rebekah told him to run, so being a good Jewish boy, he listened to his mom and did just that. He ran towards Haran, the home where his mother had been born. But it wasn't a short trip. And as night was approaching, he found himself in the middle of a desert, lost and alone. His exhaustion was so great that he used a rock as a pillow. And when you use a rock as a pillow, you're definitely not in a good spot. If Mary had ever tried giving me a rock for a pillow, I wouldn't be happy. But that night, he dreamt. He dreamt of angels going up and down ladders. He dreamt of God speaking to him and promising blessings to him and his ancestors. He dreamt and realized that he was not alone. And when he awoke, he stated that he had not realized that he was in a holy place and that God was present. Think about his predicament. Running from his brother, sleeping in the middle of nowhere, not sure what lay ahead, yet he was given a dream and it rejuvenated him. As he states, V'zeh sha'ar hashamayim, this is the gateway to heaven. Perhaps dreams are just that. Perhaps dreams are a way to find holiness and peace and a gateway to all that is holy. Here's the tricky part of all this. If you haven't caught on by now, I'm not actually suggesting going to a sleep clinic if you aren't dreaming enough. I believe that our Torah is filled with metaphors. And here's the one I'm trying to teach. If you stop dreaming about what can be, you will lose hope. Yes, sometimes dreams can turn dark, but if you continue to dream, you will find hope. If you do dream of what can be, you are taking the first step to holiness and hopefully to action. But we all know that not every dream can come true, but that shouldn't stop us from dreaming. Yet during these difficult and challenging times, well, like the story I shared, we want to run from our dreams because we are scared of what the future holds. Dreaming somehow feels dangerous. Let me tell you about the conversations I've had recently, pretty much on a daily basis, with congregants and friends. We talk about lost jobs. We talk about businesses we thought would thrive but now probably won't survive. We talk about retirements that will be delayed. We talk about a loss of connection. We talk about racial and social injustice. And as we talk about problems, I realize we're talking about lost dreams. But they're not really lost. They're just delayed. They're only lost if we've given up hope of a better world and a better future. And yes, as we spend most of our time cloistered in our homes and our pods, it's difficult to dream. I get that. Let's admit it right now. Doesn't it feel like every dream we ever had is on shaky ground, or has been stolen from us, or has been turned into a nightmare? How do we dream a new dream? Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, he once said, all the world before us is a very narrow bridge, and the main thing is not to fear at all. Stop fearing. Start dreaming again. Move forward. I've got a favor to ask each and every one of you tonight. Dream me a good dream, or this afternoon. Do it while you sleep, or you have your morning cup of coffee, or you play with your kids, or while you chat with friends, or while whatever. Just dream. Dream about a better world. Dream about social justice. Dream about a clean environment. Dream about an end to homelessness. Dream about racial equality. Dream about the joys your family brings to you. Dream about the good found in people. Dream about good health. Dream as if holiness is present in every image and in every word. Then when you awake or finish your cup of coffee, share your dreams and act upon them. Dreams. Yes, dream me a good dream tonight.